about the stories in the press today. We start with a story at the back page of the Chronicle. And of course, it's a story where over 2,000 attend what is called the Fine fundraiser. Yeah, so about 2,000 people gathered at the Highlanders clubhouse yesterday in a boycott event, which they termed the fundraiser for the club after it was slapped with a $6,000 fine by the Premier Soccer League for some shenanigans that happened about 2 weeks ago at Wadzanai Stadium in Shamva when they were playing against the Simba Bora in a Chibuku Super Cup match. Now, the fundraiser, however, coincided with the team's Kasolaga Premier Soccer League match against ZPC Kariwa at Babafield Stadium. About 2,000 people attended the tie, which saw Boso win by 2-0. So interesting, like I did say, that this was more like a sit-in. You know, they didn't go to the stadium. Mm-hmm. They went to the clubhouse instead. Why? Because when players are playing football and us as fans go into the stadium, we pay $3 for the rest of the ground, $5 for semi-VIP, 10 for VVVIP or something like this, right? Mm-hmm. 56% of that money is not going to the club. They receive is it 44% that remains? That's what they get. So it goes to ZIFA, it goes to the council, it goes to PSL, right? But this time around, they didn't go to the field, so that breaking of that money didn't happen. It went straight to the club's coffers. So if you calculate 3,000 by, $3 by 2,000.
2,000.
How much is that?
6,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
So they fundraised.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So
great initiative.
Let's see what happens. What's happening in the Herald there.
Now from the Herald, 21 children between the ages of 0 and 17 have been airlifted, along with 46 other patients since August 2024, thanks to the government's new air ambulance service operated by Russian company HeliDrive. The first beneficiary of the initiative was a cardiac arrest patient airlifted from Chegutu District Hospital, Mashonaland West Province, to Sali Mugabe Central Hospital in Harare on August 24. And that's a great development that we're witnessing here.
Huge development, if you ask me. I think it's absolutely fantastic to be able to get this kind of emergency services, I think.
Yeah, air ambulances.
And moving on to the Ash Metro, fans walk out on Casper Nyovest. A sizable number of fans walked out as South African rapper Casper Nyovest was performing at the Stanbic Bank Jacaranda Music Festival at Thorn Park Polo Grounds in Harare on Saturday. Casper, who is rated as one of the best musicians in South Africa and across the continent, was the headlining act on Saturday, which was the second day of the 3-day festival. Arnold Tafara, you were there.
Yeah.
What was happening?
I'm not a fan of Casper Nyovest. I listen to his music, but I would agree that I'm one of the people who walked out on him.
Why?
The performance from Daniel Duchel to what's this guy's name who did reggae to Nati O, Felinandi, DJ Neptune, everything was sizzling. I guess maybe we were tired, and maybe it resonated with the performance. It was not as,
Casper Nyovest failing to deliver. That is
not really failing to deliver, but perhaps didn't meet our expectations, I guess.
Well,
as a headlining act. Yeah.
That's a fancy way of saying you failed.
Well, not really. But yeah, I did. I left midway his performance.
So it was about his performance. I thought people
it was about his performance.
Over his issue.
You see? That's what I thought. No,
his performance, to be honest, was okay. Mine, like I said, I'm not really a Casper Nyovest fan. So, yeah, my opinion really doesn't... And besides, I wanted to beat the traffic as well.
What was the mood there for people? Was it because they wanted to beat the traffic, like you're saying? Or it was because of something else?
Well, quite a number like me who wanted to beat the traffic. But I would assure you that if it was another artist who was probably in Kadoma, would have been there until the full stop.
Which one of the two?
Of course. The W, man.
There's another Winky G fan.
I am too.
in disguise. I am proudly a Japreza fan and a very good friend to Wallace. So I'm a bit conflicted when you want to compare the two.
They're both
And
great
I
artists.
believe
Great
they're
artists.
great friends of mine as well. So I don't believe we should pit them against each other.
No, they're not. They're two.
It's like
people.
comparing apples to oranges. Like
Yeah.
Cecilia is a woman after my own heart, man. I tell
Your
you this.
own heart?
So yes, my own heart. Because I believe that we should never, ever, ever get them to compete. But let's touch on this Casper Nyovest issue now that we're there. This guy came out, you know, brought his heart out. Of course, his the baby mama, we call them now. She went out on air. She spoke about their life together. And it turns out he was actually abusive, both emotionally and physically at some point.
At some point.
Yeah, and but he came out also straight after that, put out a video apologizing to the baby mama and to the world, saying, look, guys, this is why I decided to find Christ. This is why I decided to get married. Because I hurt a lot of people, and one of them is my baby mama. We're raising a child together, and I want to be a good man. And then it comes to Zimbabwe, people walk out. Did they walk out because of that? Is he being punished for coming out?
I don't know. Was he sincere?
Was it about sincerity? But I think his performance was okay, to be honest. If I'm to be very objective, his performance was quite good. I guess people were tired because people were there since afternoon, bro.
People meaning you.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You just said that if it was Winky D and Japreza, you would have actually stayed.
Konapo ipapo ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.